Hi Capricorn, this is going to be a general reading for your sign between the week of the 8th to the 14th of December. Let's begin. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You're rising up all the way to the top here. It's like you're rising out of your cocoon. You're moving towards the light this week out of what's been comfortable for you. I keep hearing rising to the top. This is in self-love also, rising to the top, loving yourself, putting yourself first during this week. I just see you like in like the earth. If I'm seeing you like as I don't know what kind of creature you are. You're in the earth. It's like an earthworm, but it's not an earthworm. It's like a slug or something like that. I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying you are, but I'm just seeing your energy here. It's just like you're like a slug or something like that, and it's like you kind of stretch and then you come together. It's like you're going stretching up and then you come together and then you stretch up and then you go together. Like that's the way I'm seeing you, and it's like you're in the earth. You're literally in the earth, and you're going upwards and you're seeing the light, the sunlight, and that's what you're going towards. And it's like you're in a tunnel of mud around you, and the mud is representative of what's comfortable for you, where you've always been. Ways of being, like your reality is very based on your environment. So if your environment was like, say you've grown up in an environment, not even just growing up, your current environment, if you're like, you're not well off financially, and people around you are not financially well off, for example, it's like you're saying, no, this is not who I am. Like, I understand my worth, and I'm going to be different no matter if everyone around me is different. Or it could be the other way, if like, say if everyone has a relationship around you and you're the only one without a relationship, you're not saying that you need to be like everybody else. You're doing your own thing, and you're rising to the top. This is in your self-love, loving yourself, like really admiring yourself and saying, do you know what, I am amazing. You're saying to yourself, you are amazing, that you are capable of anything you desire. You don't have to base your reality or what you want from life based upon your environment, your physical environment, the people, what people are doing around you, your friends, what they're doing. And you're climbing out of the earth here. You're climbing out of that the mud, the soil. I wouldn't say mud, it's soil. You're in soil and it's like soil all around you, and you're climbing up, like going up, like I say, like this creature. And your color is like khaki green color is what you have. It's like a pale khaki green. I don't know, limestone green, I think it's called. Maybe that's a significant look at what the spiritual meaning I'm hearing is, what limestone green is. That's going to be significant for you here during this week, to explain what you're going through. Just that meaning. Just type it in Google. The first thing that comes up, that's the meaning. The words that are highlighted. You're manifesting love. I think I did a reading for you last week where I said you're looking for love and you're finding love, but indirectly, yeah, this is related to last week. So I'm reading for the same collective. Like, you're manifesting this love very strongly at this time, but it comes from you again, paying it. I think I said this to you as well, that paying attention to what you're doing day to day, not really looking for love, but loving yourself and choosing to say, I understand my worth. I understand who I am. I understand my likes and dislikes, and I don't need to be restricted or held hostage because of my physical reality. I am allowed to dream. I think this is an affirmation that you should have this week, is that you should be telling yourself that you are allowed to dream. You are allowed to have aspirations. You are allowed to have dreams that you want to achieve. You've been told in the past that being like, oh, having dreams like this is very unrealistic, and it's not very suitable for you to live like this, like be a sort of dreamer. But you are a dreamer at heart, and you have great dreams and great visions of like what you want to achieve. Like, give yourself permission to follow and chase after your dreams, because just because other people have failed in chasing their dreams doesn't mean that you should take their failure as your failure. Their failure is their own failure. Maybe they weren't in much alignment as alignment as you are. You're in much more in alignment than the people that have given you advice. And so you do really need to um, really shift your perspective inwards, shift your kindness inwards, shift your love inwards, mostly. And that's what's attracting this love. It's like, I was saying, a friend of a friend, but this person is going to be very attracted to you, very, very attracted to you. They can't keep their hands off you. They won't be able to keep their hands off you. So let's jump into your reading here. So it's almost like a continuation of last week, of like the events you were going through. Like, you were having a good time. I'm seeing you. I remember the reading. Like, you were going through and enjoying life just in general. And this week you're kind of pulling it back in, is what it feels like. It's kind of like you've been very what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, bloody hell! I hate it when I forget words. Happens all the time as well. Like extrovert. You were very extroverted last week. Like, you were like, let me do this, let me do that, let me do that. And this week you're feeling more introverted. Like, you want to spend more time alone. Not necessarily because you're sick and tired of it, but you just like, it's just a vibe. Like, this week you just want to like chill and watch movies and, play games, or gaming, or whatever you do for fun while you're indoors. You want to do some of those things, reading books or whatever it is you do, cooking, emceeing, some of you, and you want to spend more time indoors. But again, you're pampering yourself still. You're looking after yourself. You're doing things that you really want to do, things that bring you great joy, things that bring you happiness. And through this, it's like you're stepping into a way of being without realizing that. I mean, if you've already watched my last week, you already know this energy. But if you haven't watched me already, it's basically like you're stepping into this week, and you're like, not in this week, sorry, you're stepping into this energy within yourself of really putting yourself first and imagining yourself as your own being. I know it sounds crazy, but it's like we have this. A lot of people have, even me. I had this thing where I could never truly be myself because I was living by what other people had told me, taught me, what other people had shown me, what I was been influenced by, and this led to a lack of connection to my own being. And this is what you're recognizing here without recognizing it. So you're starting to step into a way of being that you're actually fully connected to your own feelings, fully connected to your intuition, fully connected to your heart. So that every single decision you're making stems from your true being, as opposed to being something that maybe it was in your subconscious, or something that your shadow self was attracted by. So it's like, and this could be influences, family members, parents, bad role models, like whatever it was, but it led you to believe a certain way of being that wasn't actually true to you. And so this is what you're unintentionally stepping into a way of being. You just feel like doing things. You just feel like doing things that make you happy at this time. And it's because you're in a new cycle. You feel like doing things that make you happy, like very strongly. And these things are leading you. You're being guided by your spiritual guides, by goddesses here. Whether you're male or female, any gender, there's goddesses here around you that are nurturing you at this time. It's a very beautiful energy. You're very loved, Capricorn, in the spiritual realm. I see them almost giving you like baby steps into your own spirituality, connecting to yourself, connecting to your heart, connecting to your emotions. It's a very, very loving. It's almost cute, like the way that they're looking after you. Like, it's they're really like, like if you're missing a step, they're just coming in really quick and putting in like a step there for you to step on so you don't fall over. It's like you're going upstairs and sometimes there's steps missing, and so they're quickly coming in and bringing a step in so that you can step on top of it. And then there's a lot of spirits that are looking out for you. You're not alone if you feel alone. You feel alone right now, but you're not. You have met some people, but you don't know them too well. This is last week as well, wasn't it? You've met some people, but you don't know them too well, and you feel very alone at this time. You're not alone. Like we can perceive. So, if you want to be all nerdy, so the human eye can only pick up a certain frequency, and this is including all our senses, our five senses. The human eye can only see a very narrow bandwidth of what is possible to be seen. There's a whole spectrum called the electromagnetic spectrum, and on this spectrum is all kinds of frequencies that exist on the spectrum. Have a look, you'll find it interesting. That's why I'm bringing it up. And on this spectrum, only a very narrow bandwidth is what we're able to perceive, able to see. So there's many things that are happening around us, and we're just not able to perceive everything that is going on. Even me right now, there's many things happening. There's many spirits around me right now. Just in general, like things are even new, but there's nothing to be afraid about. It's just you just can't see it. You just can't see physically. And I do feel like with technology, we are getting closer and closer to being able to perceive the things around us. But this is the whole science of yoga and meditation in the first place, is to able to train your senses so you're able to perceive the things that are not normally able to be perceived. And we're always born like this, but we are, I'd say, getting closer and closer to like almost evolving our senses so that we can perceive more things easily. But it does take great practice. I think to a certain degree we have de-evolved in the last few hundred years. But we will, I think, at some point in the near future start to evolve again. Just simply because the way that we live our lives, the way society is, the structure of things that are going on, it's not in favor of evolution, it's not in favor of growth, it's in favor of de-evolution, it's in favor of degeneration, is what I'd like to say. But yeah, anyway, getting back to your reading, let's jump into your reading here now, and figure out exactly what else is going on for you here this week. But it's a good week for you, to be honest with you. You're going to find a lot of fun just by doing fun things. And look, you see, the more fun you have, the more... See, when you're serious, Capricorn, the universe will give you situations where you get to experience seriousness. When you're in a more fun, loving energy, the universe will give you more experiences where you get to experience fun, where you get to feel more love. So you need to, you're being taught at this time by the goddesses around you, by your spiritual guides. Oh, okay. They told me not to tell you exactly what's going on because they're teaching you step by step. You're having a hard time trusting where you're being led, and it's important for you to be led in the right direction. So just trust where you're being guided to go. You're not insane, you're not going crazy, you're not delusional. Trust where you're being guided to go. They're teaching you very important things that you need to be successful, that you need to be happy, that you need to feel amazing, to be honest with you. You know, they want the best for you, but it's just you've been blocking yourself by having a narrative that's not yours and living by expectations rather than living by your truth. So anyway, enough of that. I'm going to jump into your reading now. So this is going to be a very interesting week for you. It's not going to be the easiest. I'm not going to lie. It's going to feel quite difficult, but this is growing pains. So this is what I was seeing. Like you're climbing up and you're escaping. It's like you're being reborn here. You know, you're on an earth sign, so that's why I was seeing the soil. So the soil is like your womb almost. It's like a womb, not your womb, but you're in a womb, the earth's womb, Mother Gaia's womb, and you're an earth sign. So it makes sense now of why you're like crawling out, because a baby doesn't come out, easily. They're like their mother has to push the baby out. Interesting. But it's like you're pushing, so you're crawling out of the womb here. Because your energy is very potent, your energy is very strong at this time. Interesting. So your current energy, you've been following your heart here, in regards to situations, and you've been really taking an active approach. And this is a continuation of last week as well, following your heart. You've been following your heart and making decisions, and following your heart in, listening to advice, not using your brain to make assumptions, not assumptions, but like not using your brain to make decisions for you. Because you understand, maybe you've watched me already, I'm talking about the brain, how it's connected to the matrix. The five senses are connected to the matrix, and so they can be poisoned, so that when you make decisions, you make decisions that are not actually in your best interest. The only thing that is untainted by the matrix, that can't be touched, is your heart. And so you've been following your heart here, and it's been making you very happy, to be fair. And you've been charming in situations. So you're charming in love here, romance for yourself by following your heart. Is you're charming it in, like with your energy. It's like your energy is very charming, and you're calling love towards you at this time, simply because you've been nurturing yourself. You've been nurturing your own energy. You've been nurturing yourself and feeling very prosperous, and this is the universe also nurturing you as you've been nurturing yourself. And you've been manifesting things here very quickly because you've been following your heart. So when you follow your heart leads you to be more vulnerable. And people always think being vulnerable is a very bad thing. I've always been very vulnerable, I guess, and I've always had a good life, to be honest. I've gone through difficult things, but like I've had to. It's just my path. But being vulnerable opens you up to what you want from life. When you close yourself and you say, well, I'm not going to be vulnerable, I'm going to try to be invulnerable to all the situations that get presented in front of me, what happens is that you close yourself off to the universe, you close yourself off to your blessings, to your good karma, and everything that you don't want from life comes in. And that's what you start to experience when you say, do you know what, I feel invulnerable. The universe is not going to give you what you want because you're not open to receiving what you actually want. You have to be vulnerable with the universe and say, look, yeah, I'm on this path, I'm out here. The universe I've come halfway, the universe is going to meet me halfway. And that vulnerability alone opens you up energetically to what you want. It opens you up to the frequency of what you want. I keep bringing up frequency, so maybe frequencies are very important to you. Maybe you've been listening to a lot of like those 332 frequencies, those frequencies, for healing, for releasing. You've been listening to that kind of music on YouTube. Probably I'm seeing when you're sleeping, and the night time you've been listening to them before you go to bed. Continue doing that. It's helping you more than you know, because you do feel a lot more relaxed in the morning. And this is a confirmation for you that the healing is working. Again, you're very connected to the earth and connected to the earth mother here. Capricorns is like goes back into the vision I was seeing of you, like being in the soil, crawling upwards. You're being nurtured here, and you're going to be very prosperous. And you in yourself, you have this feminine, earth-like energy. Whether you're a man or a woman or anything in between, gender's irrelevant. But at this time, you're receiving. You're receiving is what I mean by you are like this earthly feminine energy. You're receiving. Grounding, as well as you're receiving a better physical reality at this time as you're going through this shift, and as you're going through this upgrade. and this is making you more motivated. You've seen the success of being like this. You're seeing the success of following your heart, and you're feeling very successful, motivated, focused on what you want. It's like you're on a mission now to have a better life, live to live. I'm seeing this scene from One Piece. You should watch it if you don't watch it. It's like one of my favorite animes. It's probably my favorite anime of all time, to be fair. And I don't really get into stuff. And so in this series, there's a point where one of the characters, she gets kidnapped, and they go to save her, and they're like, do you want to live? And he's the guy's like, tell us you want to live, and she's like, yeah, I want to live. And so they start this whole battle basically, and it's like this here for you. It's like you want to live now. It's like you've been in this way of being that's like not been truly you. It's been a false way. You come to recognize it as a false way of being, and it's not made you very unhappy. Like you've been very committed to an idea, a way of being, and it's made you very, very unhappy, and it's not allowed you to actually live. It's like you've been wasting your years, and you feel that now, that you've been wasting your years, because you don't feel happy from, you don't feel fulfilled by what you've been through. You don't feel fulfilled by what you've been spending your energy on, and the choices and things that you've been following. Like you don't feel very fulfilled by the way you view life, the way the experiences you want to have, the way you want to live. That's it. The way you want to live, like it's not made you happy. The way you've been living hasn't made you happy. And you're like, I want to live more. I want to have more fun. I want to have more life, more adventure, more happiness, more feelings. You want to have more feeling towards life. And this is what you're motivated to have at this time. It's like you're moving forwards very quickly. The Knight of Swords, sorry, is very quick energy of you moving forwards very quickly, given all of this information, given all of this energy. So this is your current energy at this time. Your theme for the week is the Nine of Wands. So during this week, you're going through a bit of a struggle here, and this struggle is between the evil you and the good you. It's the best way I can summarize it. Here in the story, in the Nine of Wands, this guy is the wand maker, and he goes on this whole journey of learning how to make wands and convincing people that wands can actually be used for good, for healing, for helping people. And so he gets challenged here in the Nine of Wands by the evil wizard, and he's basically saying to him, there's no such thing. He laughs at him and he goes, there's no such thing as a good wizard. And he challenges him to a duel, and they have this massive duel, and they destroy the whole city. And this destroying of the whole city is like destroying of your inner world. And this is happening here this week, where you're having this massive battle within you. The good news is he wins, but he does feel like the wounded warrior at the end of it. He feels very like he's battle weary, he's fatigued, it's like he's on his last legs. But it's also showing you how resilient you are. So not to scare you, but this week is almost like a confrontation that you're having within you, and this evil wizard is representative of your own duality that's within you, this own your own reality of what was coming back up to challenge you and say, listen, what you're doing is foolish, what you're doing is wrong, like you're wrong, there's no such thing, like the path you're taking, there's no such thing, there's no way you could be good and do all of this, like why the way you're living is what you consider to be good now. Like the old is like what you consider to be evil. Not to shame you or anything, like we all have a darker aspect and a lighter aspect. There's no there's no there's no there's no there's no there's nothing wrong. Like everything is doable. Like, everything is accepted, I guess. Not accepted. Everything is there's no right or wrong, is what I mean to say. And so even if you're stepping into this good side now, but it's like you still have a darkness. But you know what I mean? It's like the good and the dark are together. But in this one, the good and the darkness were together also, but it was evil. If that makes sense. I don't know, it's very hard to explain. It's very hard to explain. I'm hoping you're following what I'm saying. But in this time now, it's like the way you view yourself, you see yourself as good as opposed to evil. Where you could make decisions where you could harm people, for example, in the past, and you used to follow that way of harming people. But in this new being of yourself, you're taking decisions not to harm people, but to help people if you can. If you can't help them, if people are too lost, then you're not going to sabotage yourself, and you're not meant to sabotage yourself to help someone understand something if they're not ready to understand something. Everybody has their own life path and their own lessons to learn, and so you can't really, jump off of your ship and try to jump on someone else's ship and steer it because they're the captain of their ship. So anyway, you're going through this experience here this week where the older you is trying to come up here and trying to make you doubt yourself. It's literally trying to fight you and say you're wrong, you're being delusional, you're being this, you're being that. Like, this is not really very realistic, and it's coming up to basically so that you can purge it from your life permanently, so that you can step into a way of being that you're no longer connected to an idea of living, that you're now connected to just your own being, your own energy. I'm seeing like your energy at the end of this week is becoming very clear, like your auric field and your energy inside of your body, like it's becoming clear. There's no clutter. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, there is some clouds. There's dark clouds, dark grey clouds inside of your energy. They're quite heavy. They look like, when it's gonna rain and it's gonna be thunder. It's those kind of heavy clouds, and it's like very heavy clouds inside, and they're kind of blocking your energy from going in the ways that you want to. They're creating like a diffraction. Diffraction is like when light hits a surface, and then the light scatters in all different directions. That's what these clouds are doing inside of you. It's like your energy is not being able to be focused in the way that you want, what you want to manifest truly. All your energy is not going in that direction. It's going in all kinds of directions at this time because of these clouds inside of you, which is obviously not helping. So this is coming up here. You're going through this week. Don't see it as a bad thing. We're all here to have a spiritual experience in a human body. Your soul is trying to upgrade at this time. Embrace this as something that's going to make you feel alive. Something that is going to make you're going to be able to look back and say, I'm glad I did that. Even though it was uncomfortable at the time, I'm glad I did that because I'm much better than I could have ever been. I know you could have spent years trying to level up in this way, but it's happening for you here in 1 week. Yeah, that's your theme for the week. Getting into your reading, between Monday and Wednesday, you're going through this energy of the Five of Swords. So again, you're right, but it's like this conflict, disagreement, and this is that side of you coming up here, trying to fight you, trying to make you regret being in this new way of being, trying to tell you that you're wrong, basically. And it's trying to win at all costs against you. It's trying to cause confusion, trying to cause conflict, disagreements. And clarifying this is we have the Page of Swords. So it's really trying to affect your mind. It's really trying to affect your ideas and your clear thinking here about what you know is true, what you don't know is true, from the experiences you've had in the last few months of really getting to connect to yourself and understanding yourself to a very deep level. And it's trying to affect you in such a way where you're not able to really communicate and express yourself to yourself. It's trying to come into the way of your own self-expression and be like, no, this is bad, this is wrong, like what are you doing, kind of thing. And it's coming in very strong here. This part of you is coming in very strong here. It's something that you have to face, and it's trying to block your ideas that you have now about the way you want your life to be. It's trying to block you, and it's trying to affect your communication, not just with yourself but with other people. It's trying to really come in because it's gotten a life of its own. By you being in this negative energy, you've created an energy form of something that has its own life, and the way it sustains itself is by making you doubt yourself. It drains your energy. It basically eats your energy, not to scare you. It's nothing scary. This is your own creation. It's your own energy that you've created this thing. But it knows it's dying, so it's trying its best to latch onto you. It's a parasite, and it's trying its literal best to stay connected to you at this time and try to feed off of you. But you're successfully defeating it. You're successfully shutting it down and saying you're recognizing it for what it is, and you're saying, hey, you're a parasite. You're not me. I'm not you. You're calling it out basically and saying, I free myself of you. I remove you from my life. You're destroying it. You're saying I destroy you. You just need to articulate yourself and not just see it, but actually call it out and say, hey, I'm destroying you. Whether you say this out loud or you say this in a mirror or you say this within your mind, when it comes up, you're like, this, you're not me. You need to tell yourself this, that you're not me. This is trying to, and it has a strong hold on you because it's been with you for a long time and it's coming up at this time, so you can purge it forever from your life and be free of it, because it's draining your energy. Like I was saying, it's not just draining your energy but scattering your energy, so it's not going towards your manifestations. I'm seeing your energy in the darkness. I'm really able to perceive things in the darkness, and it's like your energy is trying to go this way, but then as soon as you feel something that you want to manifest, it's a strong feeling that comes. You have a very strong heart, Capricorn, but as soon as you feel something very strongly, it comes, the light shoots out, but it just gets scattered straight away. And so it's like a thin beam of light goes towards what you actually want, whereas it's meant to be a big, a laser almost going towards what you want, but it just gets really scattered off because of this thing that you've created, and it comes from negativity of like past influences, people, your family perhaps, people just have influenced you, and friends, whoever. And so you're having a new beginning here. This is the full marks the beginning of a new cycle, the end of the old. So it's just the beginning of a new way of being. You're embracing this childlike wonder. You're saying, no, I am innocent. I embrace this more innocent side of me, this more loving side of me that is more connected. And you can see like a newborn baby here. And you can see this very strong auric field around it. And it's protected here at this time. You're protected at this time, whether you know it or not, in the spiritual realm as you confront this thing that you've created. You're protected from it. It can't harm you. It can only harm you if you allow it to harm you. And the only way you can do that is if you feed into that energy that it's trying to tell you of doubt, that you doubt yourself and this and that. That's the only way that you gain strength. But you're having a new beginning here and casting it aside and basically embracing more like a childlike wonder, innocence, and more spontaneity with life. You're saying, do you know what? I haven't been down this road before, and it's it's the unknown for me. But I'm gonna go down this way because I don't know. It could be fun. It's like, it's an adventure. That's what the adventure is all about. An adventure is all about going on to the unknown, and this is what the Fool is also really representative of. He trusts his heart and he goes into the unknown saying, do you know what, this is going to be the best journey of my life. This is going to be the most amazing thing in my life. He begins this journey of the major arcana, and his journey is like, he believes he's waiting for the right time to begin this journey, and it's like, he's ready for it, but he's just waiting for the signal to be given that this is the right time, and he feels it in his heart that this is the right time. That's how he gets the signal, and that's what you have here, that you're getting this sort of signal of like, this is the right time for you to cast this off so that you can actually move forward. And you're going into the unknown, saying to yourself that this is, maybe it's not comfortable. And it goes back to the vision of you going towards the light, and the light here is not. It's not. I just heard you. I just saw you going, oh, what, the light? And go towards the light. No, not that kind of light. It's the light of like where the sun is rising for you, where your happiness is. It's not death. All right. Well, I mean, in a way it is, but not for you. For this thing, it's going through it. Well, you're going through the death card, I guess, a transformation. But it's, you're going towards the light here where the sun is rising for you, which is representative of your happiness. And so this is the unknown for you. You're saying to yourself that, you're saying to this thing, you're not me and I'm not you. I destroy you, and I choose to go in this new direction because even though it's unknown, I might find way more happiness than I ever have. And so this is what the universe then reciprocates with you and says, okay, you're trying to, you're finding, you're not finding, but you're choosing to be happy, and you're choosing to have love at this time going on your path. So the universe is going to give you more situations where you can feel happy, where you can experience happiness, and where you can experience more love. Between Wednesday and Friday, you're going through this energy of the Ace of Swords. So you're having a major breakthrough here. a major breakthrough, and it's action orientated, that's making you very passionate. You're finding out what your purpose is as you purge this thing. You're finding out what your purpose is here this week. You're finally finding out what you want to do with your life. It's like your freedom, your courage, like you needed freedom and courage to really embrace your purpose. And it's like you've never had your freedom and courage before. And now you're gaining it as you're casting off this thing. But it's like as it's cast off, your energy is becoming whole, and it's like really radiating and healing you of where these clouds have been, and it's like patching up the holes in your aura, the holes in your energy, as this thing is like you're immediately casting it off. And like it's like you're getting a wound, and the types goes back into this. It's like you're getting a wound here between Monday and Wednesday, as you're removing the parasite. You know, like when you have a leech and you put the leech on it, you remove the leech, it's got the wound there basically. And it's like that as you have that wound, is getting patched up very quickly by your own energy here between Wednesday and Friday. And as that's happening, you're having a major breakthrough of finally realizing what you want to do, because you've been courageous and you've decided to embrace this idea of freedom within yourself, of saying, let me try to be as free as I can and be courageous about it. And so by doing so, it leads you to your purpose. And this is gonna make you feel very peaceful, and it's gonna bring you into a lot of balance. Just in general, your energy, you're coming into a lot of balance and feeling a lot of peace, and moderating your energy so that you're not tending towards negative emotions, negative ideas. I don't think there is many negative emotions and ideas. I just think it's your physical reality. You might be getting frustrated with things that are happening around you. Maybe it might be something as stupid as like putting your food in the microwave and it coming out and it not being hot, and you're getting frustrated, like, why isn't the food hot? Like, I put it in, it should have been enough time. Like just little things are like annoying you, but you're moderating your energy and saying, oh, let me just put it in for one more minute, it's not a big deal. And you're moderating your energy, like transferring your energy from feeling the negativity and transmuting it into a positive energy. Like you're converting the energy in real time. So like when you're feeling the negativity, you're kind of like laughing at yourself and just saying, like, I put the food in the microwave, why am I getting angry for like 1 minute? So you're doing this basically, and you're stepping into your purpose, and you're finding out what your purpose is actually, and this is where you're having the breakthrough, and this is allowing you to then go off and change the rules that you live by, the structure that you live by. It's like you're really understanding what you want to do with your life here, and taking authority back of your life and changing the structure of your life so that you can move towards your purpose. So if you're working a job, for example, you're like making a plan to say, okay, I'm going to study here and cut down how many hours I'm working, or I'm going to start working on whatever this is and spending time then cutting down on like you're changing your structure of your life to fit your purpose, and you're changing the rules that you live by. So for example, if you're a night owl and you like to stay up in the night, but your purpose requires you to stay up in the morning for whatever reason, it's just an example. You're changing the rules that you live by, what you eat, what you don't eat, how you spend your time for entertainment, what you do, what you don't do. You're changing everything connected to your purpose. You're stepping fully into your purpose. You're going head in, like fully, and not just head in, but fully into your purpose. You're saying, yes, this is me. And it's really connected to your heart. I'm seeing the heart is very significant here, of you figuring out like the connection. You're feeling it very strongly. You're feeling very drawn, and you're changing your life as a result. So yeah, between Friday and Sunday, you're going through this energy of the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is you beginning this journey. So you're figuring it out, and you're beginning this journey towards your purpose here. And this is going to be very fruitful. The Knight of Pentacles is a very slow energy. So this is something that you're going to be working on for years, but it's going to be very, very abundant for you. At the end of the journey, the Knight becomes the king. And he lives and he finds love as well, and he's rich, he's able to grow pentacles. And this is the whole journey of the Knight of Pentacles. He goes to learn how to grow pentacles. So, and on the journey he finds love. So it's basically like in this situation, it's your purpose that you're going to learn how to make it grow. And so in the journey perhaps you'll find love as well, which is already coming in. Like I was saying, it is already here for you. You're manifesting it very strongly. So this is just part of your journey, that you're meant to be in love as well as working on your purpose. And it's going to come in very quickly here for you. It's like I said, it's a friend of a friend, and you're going to be meeting this person very soon in the next few weeks. And so he goes to the person that he falls in love with to teach him how to make grow his pentacles. So this person that you're falling in love with is really going to help you in your purpose. It's going to really help you. Maybe they do the same thing that you do, but you're not going to be in competition with them. You're going to work together. It's going to be a very beautiful, loving, reciprocal relationship that you have with this person. But they work together. He goes to this woman called Charity. She's a very loving person. She's a very caring person, and she's a very open-hearted person. And he goes to her to learn how to make pentacles. And obviously, he's royalty, and she teaches him how to grow pentacles. And so they end up falling in love at some point, and they get married. But she doesn't want to go back to his kingdom because she tells him that her people need her, basically. So he ends up staying there, and they form a new kingdom. So it's a really positive omen for your future here, that things are going to be so amazing for you that you can't even imagine how beautiful things are going to turn out. It's like a proper fairy tale life you're going to live. And so you begin, so clarifying this Knight of Pentacles is actually the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is like you beginning this journey feels like some kind of loss in a different, it feels like a loss in your finances because you're having to make a sacrifice or a compromise because you're cutting down the hours you're working, for example, and focusing on what this purpose is of yours. So it's cutting down, you're having a loss here. You're feeling worried that, will you be able to make it? Will you not be able to make it? If you work on your purpose as well as having a job. But the clarifying the Five of Pentacles is the Six of Wands. So you're going to have victory here, you're going to be very victorious, and you're going to be very successful. It's not going to be like you're doing this thing and you're going to be left out in the cold. That's what you're worried about. You're like, is it going to be a situation where I'm going to feel like I'm left out in the cold? I'm going to be isolated from finances. Like, you're going to feel like, I don't know if it's going to work out or not, or if it's going to take a long time. But your advice here is that yes, it is definitely going to work out. You're going to be very successful. You're going to see a lot of progress, and you're going to feel very enthusiastic because of your results. You're going to be like, wow, I didn't realize it could take off so well and be so amazing, but it is going to happen for you here. So let's pull out some challenges to see what's your challenges here for the week. So challenges will show up in one way or another, whether physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. But it's important for when these challenges do come into your life, you do not give them any energy, because they're trying to keep you in your reality and not trying to keep you feeling happy. From elevating your life, from going to the next stage. They're trying to keep you in your current reality. So when these challenges do come in, it's important not to give them energy. So your challenge here for this week is you might be feeling like out of harmony, like you're feeling like, things are turning out bad for you. This ties into your theme of the Nine of Wands, of you feeling like this battle weary, like things are going crazy, like you don't know what's going on. It's like it comes from this doubt. Again, you're getting over this challenge, but this challenge is here for you. So I'm just explaining how to get over it for you, I guess. But it's this side of you that's trying to make you doubt yourself and telling you that you're not, your life has become worse, and you're being punished or something like this, and you won't be able to. If you continue going like this, you won't have a good time moving forwards. You're going to keep meeting nasty people that are not good for you, and you're going to have to continue working hard if you try being this new version of yourself. Like, you're going to have to continue working hard, and you're going to be manifesting things for yourself that you don't want, and you're going to be feeling a lack of opportunity, lack of happiness, lack of enthusiasm, not feeling abundant. You're not going to be abundant is basically what this evil side of you is trying to tell you. It's trying to ruin you in terms of your finances and relationships just in general. It's really trying to pull its last move on you, like its ultimate move. It's trying to pull an ultimate move on you of making you really doubt yourself. But this is your challenge here for this week. As this thing is trying to really latch on. Again, it's a parasite. It wants to stay connected to you. It's trying to stay connected to you. And I do think you will. There's your confirmation. It's trying to catch you off guard. it's trying to catch you off guard. Things don't happen accidentally, you know. If this thing is trying to catch you off guard here, while you're moving through life. Um, so just be mindful of kind of giving you the answer you're looking for, I guess, of how to defeat it. But let's pull you out an outcome here. Your outcome is the first card is the Sun. So you're finally being connected to an idea of being grounded, not just in the physical but in the spiritual, having your goals in both. So when you have your goals just in the physical or just in the spiritual, you can't actually have a fulfilled life. You'll never feel happy because you'll feel a lack somewhere. So you're actually coming to a place now by the end of this week where you're going to feel balanced, you're going to feel grounded in both, like you're going to have a foot in both and be able to step in both, and you're going to feel very fulfilled here by the end of this week. And this is also in regards to your internal world, of feeling very spiritual and feeling very like your physical is working out, and you're like feeling good about yourself in a very good way, I guess. Like you're feeling warmth, you're feeling positive energy, you're feeling youthfully exuberant, joy, delight here by the end of this week. And there's some money coming in for you as well. Some kind of money, some sort of gift of money is coming in for you, some material gain. We have the Ten of Pentacles clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. So it's like some kind of money's coming in here for you that's making you feel luxurious. It's gonna make you feel like you can enjoy luxury. You're receiving it at this time, and you're gonna feel like, you know, you're gonna feel pleasure because of this. You're gonna feel very happy, very grateful for it. You're gonna feel very like you're gonna be able to be very, very financially independent, and this is stemming from you just following your path and being true to yourself, learning how to, like I was saying in the channel, like you're stepping into this new way of being. And you're gaining some material, some welfare, some money's coming in for you very strongly, and this is sudden. This is sudden money. You're not expecting it at all, and this is coming in because you're staying true and you're defeating this side of yourself. It's because your energies that no longer has those clouds in it. You're free of these clouds, and it's like your energy is really shining like a laser towards what you're trying to manifest, and it's strong energy pulling it towards you, and it's coming in very quickly here. And so this is going to allow you to really step into your purpose here. It's going to restore peace, the peace that you're feeling like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work or not going to work. Like you're gaining clarity about what your next steps are. You're going to be like, okay, yes, I don't have to be objective and be like, I have to do this and I have to do that. But you're seeing that, yes, because I'm going this way, this is coming in for me to help me step into that direction and help that thing, help me bring that thing into fruition, basically. So it's very unexpected. You're gaining some money here, and it's going to allow you to feel pleasure, a luxury, enjoy luxury, feel very independent and very abundant. You're going to be very grateful for it as well. But it's restoring your peace here. Your peace is being restored, and you're walking away from disappointments, things that are disappointing you. This thing, you're walking away from it because it's abandoned you. It really has. It's just been feeding off of you and not helping you in any way. And now you're removing it from yourself. This way of being, this evil way of being, is probably the best way I can describe it. You're removing it and saying, hey, you're nothing but a liability. You're nothing but what's the word? There's a word for it. When somebody's like a dead weight, I can't remember the word, but it's like this side of you is a dead weight, and it's just like using too much energy over you. So you're removing it, and so you're walking away from it. You're letting it go. You're really looking within and saying, hey, you're not me and I'm not you. You've been abandoning me. You've been disappointing me. You've been hurting me. You need to go. And so you're destroying it here this week. So this is a very good week for you, Capricorn. I'm going to leave your reading here. If you did like the reading, leave me a like, comment, subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, my website is down in the description. Other than that, have a fantastic week, and I shall see you soon.